Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Car Addiction. Today is probably one of the last nicer days where I can wear a short and a t-shirt and still be outside and not shiver to death. If this is your first time in my channel, I'm a huge Nissan enthusiast. I got 4 300ZX twin turbo and R32 Skyline and Nissan hardbody. I still got an MR2. If you're 21 and younger, stop watch a cat video, talk to a female, go do something nice and meaningful in life, because being a car enthusiast is absolutely detrimental to your financial health. Now the warning is out of the way. Today we talk about something new. For some older viewers of this channel, you will probably hear me talk about quite a bit that one day, I wanted to own an S chassis. But I didn't have the hearts to buy an S13 because everything is beat to crap and blah, blah, blah. Nothing's nice out there. S14, same stuff. S15 is out of my budget. Only 99% of you who watches my channel don't subscribe. You guys watch my channel and move away. I'm fine with it, but my channel being what it is, it doesn't pay enough for me to go and spend money on vehicles, which is, I couldn't afford an S15, but it is mine. Yes, I paid for it. There's a giant hole in my wallet, like this big. But anyway, let me walk you through this. This is literally the most expensive car that I bought, and I'm known for buying junk and then turning them into something pretty as that guy or this guy. But this is something different because this is pretty. Let's watch some B-rolls. So if you want to go to the comment section and ask how did I import it in Canada, I'll save you the hassle because I didn't import it. I don't know how to. I don't know anybody who does it. So something I leave it to the professionals. I didn't import it. I didn't do nothing to it. I saw this car for sale on a local S chassis group, and because this is an auto, big deal, everybody was pissing on it. The price was right. I messaged the guy and I met him, and in person the car looks far better than how he advertised it. And even when I was messaging him, his name is Matt, he was very thorough and clear on and exactly what it needs. He gave me the whole list. This is what's wrong with it, this is what you should do, blah blah blah. We did the song and dance, and then we came to a price point which is okay for both of us, and we agreed. So this is a 99 S15 Silvia Spec S, so it's not a Spec R, so it's not the SR20 DET. I don't care because I have that motor sitting right there, and I have that 5-speed training sitting right there. So for all the naysayers, suck it, suck giant hogs, and subscribe. Yeah, so because I have the engine and trying to go with it, I was like, it's a great opportunity for me to buy a lower value vehicle where I can swap the engine and tranny and add significant value to it. For a 99 Spec S SR20D auto with 207,000 kilometers, the underbody of the car is spotless. You can eat off it. All the suspension stuff, you name it. I'll show you in a bit. I paid 14,200 Canadian, which is Canadian to US.
1 Canadian dollar equals 73 United States cents.
All right, so 14,200 Canadian is 10,300 US dollar to my door. Like, can you imagine? I paid 10,300 US dollar for a S15 Silvia. All right, let's show you what the problem is. I don't know if you guys can see, this is where the problem is. So this car spent quite a bit of time under the Japanese sun, under the sun in Japan. So the clear coat on this is kind of not good. So it's only the roof and the rear driver's side quarter panel. Everything else is fine. And Matt was very specific about it. He told me exactly what it is, and he told me what I really should be expecting, because he was about an hour and a half drive away from me, and I told him, hey man, can you just please be honest? And he was very honest with me with whatever was wrong with the car. So what differentiates this car from a standard Spec S? Because on a standard Spec S, you won't get the xenon lights with the automated leveling option. It wouldn't come with a factory fog light. It wouldn't come with the factory spoilers. It's a two-piece spoiler. And the standard Spec S won't come with factory side splitters, and then they don't come with a spoiler. Matt gave me an idea. He's like, if you want to save some money on the car, go home, take the splitter and the spoiler off, and they sell for 4,000 to 4,500 Canadian in this market, which is pretty outstanding, because I really thought about it, because it made a giant hole in my wallet because I had to pay him cash, and I thought maybe I should recover some of my money. Having said that, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna keep it because this car is so nice and clean and original. I think I should keep it that way so it stays an original spec vehicle. Now, before I lose the sunlight, let's start the vehicle. Let's show you the lights, let's show you under the hood and how clean it is. First, a cold start. This sounds like nothing you have ever heard of, because it doesn't sound like anything. It is so stock, it's unbelievable. I'm gonna leave the mic right here and we'll start it. Hear it? Yeah. Anyway, let me try to show you the underbody. I'm gonna get some lights. I hope you guys can see it. Absolutely clean. It's just as clean on this side as the other sides. Even the exhaust, it looks like it's almost new. Probably could be. Here's the driver's side. Nothing undesirable. And we're gonna look under the hood. So one thing I should mention, the front bumper does need a paint job too, because it just looks sunburned. Look at this engine bay. Isn't it stunning? It's clean, and can you hear it run? You can barely hear it. That's how quiet this thing is. Oh my God, it's so clean. First of all, one thing Matt told me is he received so many cars from Japan. He never received a vehicle with a working Japanese battery. This one works great. Shock towers. Oh my God, so clean. Okay, well, the PCV valve leaks, whatever, it's an easy fix. It really is. And then there's this giant hole for a tiny little, well, you can probably fit a pretty big hog in it. So turbo, sorry, excuse my language. Another interesting thing, still has a factory airbox, and it is a cold air intake system. So I will eventually change the box, but I will probably just swap it with a, I don't know, like a cone filter inside, but I want to keep the box. All right, so other than that, AC works great. Cooling system works great. I drove, as I said, I drove from Welland, Ontario, so it's about like 178 kilometers, an hour and a half on the highway. I couldn't point a finger on it, so I don't know, man. It's one of the better purchases I ever did in this channel. And this car from Japan, it came equipped with these old logo Nismo horns. Apparently these are very lucrative, very sought after, blah blah blah. If somebody is interested, message me or leave a comment. I'll let you know how to contact me, and we'll cut a deal with you, because honestly, like, as much as they're desirable and blah blah blah, I don't like the look of it, because from the front you can see them and I just don't like it. While I'm at the front, I should turn the headlights on. All right, so as we said, we have the fog lights, the high beam, and xenons for the low beam. I will definitely be changing these lights to everything to LED, because I like the white clear look. Not necessarily switching anything to HID, but just LED stuff, that will be good for me. All right, let's start with the driver's side door. It's pretty uneventful. Left, right, your window lock, door unlock, lock. The controls for the window, the driver's side window is automatic. Fully automatic means you press it down, it goes up, down all the way. You press it up, goes up all the way. Now, I did all of that while the key was not in the ignition. So this thing even works only the driver's side, the passenger side doesn't when the key is not in the ignition. That is something I just found it out. So yeah, soft touch leather. It's actually really good condition. There's a little bit of whatever that is, I will clean up. These, wow, Can't imagine this car has 207,000 kilometers. Really good condition. It's just needs a little bit of TLC, needs a little bit of love. All right, so now I have this Sparco steering wheel. Well, when I purchased the car from Matt, it actually came with the factory steering wheel. But the factory steering wheel was very, very rough, pitted, and you name it, it had it. So I was just saying my grief with Matt, saying that, hey, I wish it had a better steering wheel, blah, blah, blah. Matt, being the nice guy, he basically said, hey, I have this Sparco wheel, better condition than the current steering wheel. If you want, I'll throw that in. I'll even install it for you, no extra cost. So that was great of him to say that, because I did take him up on that. And yeah, he did install it. As any Japanese car, right hand drive, your turn signals are on the right, where your headlight, the fog light, and the headlight switches are on the other side. This is a special option. It is a Spec S with all the bells and whistles. So this is the headlight leveling function. So it levels the headlight where you want it to be. Usually these are all Spec R option, not on the Spec S, but you know, when you option out your Spec S, it comes like that. And then here, front wipers, rear wipers, nothing fancy, they all have it. Right here, we have this coin holder, let's call it that. And at the bottom of it, it has this velvet to hold your precious $1 million coins so that it doesn't fondle about. Now, let's look at the dash. It has 207,011. It only goes to 180 kilometers. Because that's the Japanese thing to do. The tacho is right in the middle. I love the orientation. I actually really like the orientation of this one. And then the fuel gauge and heat and cold. Then your automatic gear, whatever. Now, one thing I'm gonna say, this is an SR20 DE, not a DET. So being an SR20 DE, this thing is surprisingly fuel efficient. So 178.9 kilometers when I filled up, and it's still not crossed. So I have a feeling if I actually drive it, I'll probably get close to, I don't know, 750, 800 kilometers a tank, which is a 45-liter tank. If you ask me, that's a good deal, because gas prices right now and the way it's going on in the future, that's gonna hurt. And least but not the last, we can't forget this is the oil pressure sensor. A lot of the cars that comes in, this sensor doesn't work or it's faulty, because Nissan uses the same oil pressure sensor in all the Z's, Skylines and whatnot. They all are faulty. The best thing you can do is just replace the factory sensor with a newer one that should work. I recommend that to everybody, because sometimes the oil pressure sensor readings are really off, and just because of that sensor. Going back to the dash, look at this dash, just look at it. Soft touch leather. There's no cracks, nothing. This car spent a lot of time under the sun. That's why the roof has the clear coat missing. But the dash held up really well. These vents are just perfectly positioned. You can turn them 360 degrees, so you can have them blowing whichever way you want. I don't know why we don't have these options anymore in these newer cars. The center console is very, very self-explanatory. Here's the HVAC. AC blows cold in this car, so that's really good. And then you have your aftermarket audio deck, which works really well. Your hazard, rear window defrost, and the secret lighter where I use a phone charger, and then it works. The automatic. Now, I know, a lot of you keyboard warriors are, typing away. You know what? I can't afford it. Sorry, I said it. I can't afford the car you guys want me to buy, because all of you watch the channel, don't subscribe, don't comment, don't like. So I don't make much money off YouTube. 1 or 2 tank of gas, that's all I make from YouTube. So subscribe. Maybe I can afford a manual. There's the auto tranny. Here's your another coin holder. Actually, this is your ashtray, because in Japan everybody smokes. Your handbrake. This is your I'm gonna have to research on it, or somebody leave it in the comment section. This is for your transmission, automatic. I think it's snow and performance. That's what I see in a lot of JDM cars, especially in automatic tranny. It says snow and performance. Pretty much it. Got a lot of stuff here because I was supposed to do an oil change. Whatever, it didn't get done. And then it has this beautiful Sylvia badge. It looks stunning. I just love that letter. Your glove compartment, I got everything. Ownership, appraised. So right about here, somebody help me read this. So it says something, 120,000 kilometers, blah, blah, blah. And then right about here, something, 168,000 kilometers, something. I don't know what it is. I can't read. I probably use some Google Lens or Google Translate or something to figure it out. 168,000, I'm gonna guess it went through a major service. Now, having said that, these cars don't have a timing belt. They have a timing chain. So timing belt service or chain service is not really something these cars need. So I would like to find out one day. Somebody leave it in the comments if you know what it is. I would really appreciate that. And then that's that. One thing I'm gonna tell you is the condition of this vehicle is absolutely stunning. See the seats, there's no rips. There's a tiny wee bit rip on the driver's seat. It is right over here. That's it, that's all you got. Nothing else anywhere. So I'll try to fix it, but I may not, even because this car is in such an amazing condition. I think I just probably won't do much. You have your visors, and both of them have mirrors. All right, we're gonna do a visor test. We're gonna see if this visor passes the visor test. 1, 2, 3. No! Fails the visor test. Really? You failed me, Nissan. Again! You have your dome light, driver side, passenger side, and over here is the rear dome light. I'm gonna change these bulbs to LED so it's a little brighter. And sticking to the perfect interior, this door, there's nothing else. It's just one switch to put the windows up and down. That's it, that's all you need. Let's go to the back. Like any other JDM cars, all the back has the least amount of time spent. You see that cubby? Cubby exists over here too. So for a rear passenger, there's a lot of space to put stuff, both sides. You can put your big gulp or whatever else you want, it'll fit. These seats, they fold just like that. It's super easy. Pull that thing, and then you have a hole through the middle. So you can put your whatever you want. What is that? What is that? Oh, trunk something. Okay, that actually turns into quite a bit of space. This, oh man, this is a perfect daily driver for somebody. Probably me, because next year I probably want to daily drive it. So let's show you inside the trunk. Like, as I said, everything, like even the back of the seats, like there was nobody sat there in the back. So back of the seats are perfect. Nissan used the same lever everywhere else, from Z32s, 33s, 34s, or 31, 2, 3, 4. The hatch is perfect. As we showed you, there is this highway. When you put that seat down, you have all the pieces in the back. Matt did tell me this was missing the jack. Now I have a bunch of Z32 lightweight aluminum jacks, so I will replace this with one of those. It's probably a better option than lugging around that metal piece. Now this carpet, I can't imagine this is a 207,000 kilometer car where the trunk carpet is not dirty. Trunk lid, spare tire. Well, it is the correct spare tire. Funny enough, this saw some usage. What's the DOT? This saw some usage. What's the DOT on it? I can't see. So here, it may look like a little bit of rust, but it's not. It's basically this thing is dirty. I can clean it up. Everything is clean, so clean. Alrighty there. Thank you for making it to the end of the video, and I made it a lot of things jokingly. If I offended somebody, I humbly apologize. Please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. There were a couple of videos coming on this car, and today the car looked dirty because it was. I actually bought it almost a month ago. I just made the video now. I'm slowly slowing down my other side of the business. Maybe one day I'll talk about it. I'm still too ashamed to talk about it right now. So anyway, next video is the driving feel, and the video after that is going to be a buying guide, and then the car actually goes on a storage because we're gonna get the fluffy stuff flowing around, and I'm just not interested to let this guy rot away in this painful weather. Winter is coming. It is coming. Well, a couple of things. I did do some work on the Skyline over this summer, and I did not make any video about it. So that video is coming. The Skyline will go under the knife. That video is coming. I bought so much crap off. I bought so much stuff for the Skyline, stuff like this. There's a lot more videos coming. It's just I am now slowly getting in the habit of, you know, weekly videos, because things on the other side is slowing down, which is allowing me time to spend a little bit more on this side. So thank you for making it to the end of it. Some of you guys have been wonderful, have supported me throughout my journey, throughout all these years, and I appreciate it. I humbly appreciate your support. So thank you. I'll see you again. Sounds, did you hear that? It's some twat lives up the road. He thinks his car is fun or sounds nice. It doesn't. It sounds like dodo bird, and it looks terrible too. Anyway, going back to